Inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led out by a man whose family name is known very well in this town. This is Derek Carr.
So there is history. All right, you can't help it. He might have been younger, but you do soak up the history of what went on there, and now he's in that city trying to beat that team.
Carr's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. On the move past the 40, and he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A huge play there right off the bat, 48 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
David Ojabo running in to take him down.
A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks. So every time they run the opening way, it sets the time for the opposing team, doesn't it? Maybe you're kicking into the ball and saw that hard moving and stuck with you for a while. You're a little bit jumpy. Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're... And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
Drop for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. Down to about the 32. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
This week's game, that number 6, absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right before a snap.
The second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And finally, down he goes. 10 to the 7. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Carr now to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Texans at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Off play action. Poole.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Poole. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Jameson Williams.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, The open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. David Ojabo. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it was still one with 4th down.
I think the ball flickered when he caught a dash over the mark. The defense almost relaxed and said, "We got this guy," and then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch, and now they're screaming, "Somebody get him down." Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
On the return is Jones. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season. And given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pull. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's very short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the field. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the 1st.
That's a good job of situational football, understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Dobbs. Touchdown! Romeo Dobbs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. McPherson on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
The beautiful fake. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
What now?
On the delay, here's Harris. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Good, strong, explosive. Started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try to run with Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Carr going to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that drive goes 8 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Poole. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Play action. Poole rolling to his right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake. Poole. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he returns this to the 22. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. But he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chaz Surratt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Landry now on the return. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Pull. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And some room to work. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Off the play fake. Pull. From the left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Texans. Romeo Doubs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive, 4 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Carr. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 30, past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Poole. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Off play action. Poole. Completes it again to Dobbs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Throwing on first down. Poole got an open man. It's Schwartz. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to him on first down. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Looking to throw. Poole. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Chaz Surratt. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now after the INT, it's Carr. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
That's a really nice job of them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. A lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Steelers strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Houston. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Poole. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand. Going to do him any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Cunningham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield. Out of the pocket, able to see the receiver while on the move, and complete a really accurate throw.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
That's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he... in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Taylor fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Pull. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jamison Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we're going to timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation and taking care of the football paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He's going deep for Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gain in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
I see the surprising place there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Jones. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over. So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. To Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. Sir. For Charles, that's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, and that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that are not going to help you this stage of the game.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks